What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another edition of the podcast. My name is Ramon, and I want to get started off by saying thank you for those of you guys who tuned into the last Chernobyl review video. This is going to be an episode 4 preview of what we got going on and what we are hoping to see in this next coming episode. Not really any spoiler warnings here. I can't say that for sure. It's just a trailer that we're going to be talking about, but if you guys are interested in this and you want to be a part of the conversation after Monday's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you like it. And let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys think. What are we going to see? What are we thinking is going on here? In the previous comments, people were talking about maybe conspiracy, government even. So let me know what you guys think. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So Chernobyl episode 4 preview and what we've got going on. Now, I've pulled up the character names because somebody actually called me out for not even knowing their names or not even knowing how to really pronounce them. So in this episode, it looks like we're introducing a few more new characters. And it's going to be, I want to say from the soldier's perspective, at least that's what my takeaway is after watching this trailer. And now we have those individuals who need to come in and do the cleanup work. They're going to have to get rid of the animals that are radioactive. They're going to have to do the cleanup. They're going to have to do the construction work. We have a lot of people being thrown at this problem. And that's what we're going to see, at least my guess, that's what we're going to see come episode 4. Another big drop in this episode is we have Ulana Komyuk is questioning Antonelli Datlov. And now Datlov was the individual who was in the control room at the time that this event occurred, this tragedy occurred. And he was sticking to his guns that this was actually a tanker explosion and nothing more, that it was non-related to any reactor explosion or anything of that nature. And he sang that song to every single individual that he came across from the beginning all the way till what seems like this trailer. He still kind of believes he's still drinking his own Kool-Aid. So if that's the case, I'm really curious as to what she is going to get out of him and her mini interview / interrogation of Datlov. And is he going to tell the truth? Is it a conspiracy? Was this something that was put forward through the government involved, or was it really just an accident? And now there are people out there who have read into Chernobyl and everything that had happened, and they know what went down. However, for myself, I'm eliminating all of that research at this time. After episode 1, I did do a little bit of Google searching just to kind of find out more details as to everything that transpired. However, I didn't want to look too into it. I want to take the show in at face value, what the creators, the writers, the directors, the story that they want to present to me as the viewer. And that's what I want to take in. And then I'll fact check everything after the fact. However, there are people who leave in the comments down below some little tidbits, some further pieces of information that may have been missing from the episodes. And those are really, really well received. I definitely enjoy, excuse me, man, you get that moment where you feel like you got to sneeze and it's just not coming. That was that right there. Sorry if you're watching on YouTube and you had to see that. I had to sneeze. It didn't happen. I feel really weird about it now, but we got past it. So getting back into it. I really enjoy a lot of the comments that people were leaving on the last episode. And I actually wanted to pull it up and take a look at some of those just so we can kind of recap some of the things that were shared. And if you guys have any further information or you guys want to chime in on what your thoughts are on what are we going to see this episode, I'd love to hear it. And if you are definitely wanted to be a part of the conversation in the next episode of the next one that I'll be the next episode for review video that I'll be doing, it will be up Monday after the show. So apparently I don't know how to operate YouTube right now, and it's just not allowing me to go where I want to go to see these comments. So some of the imagery we have, Valerie, he seems to be really just beside himself. Like he's really stressing about everything that's going on. And at least in this trailer, it seems like that's very much the case. Like he's just either shocked or stunned or something. Like he's going through it right now. And I'm just curious as to how he's going to cope with all of this. We know how he copes with it after all is said and done. After episode 1, he straight up just hangs himself. So looking into some of these comments, we have this one by Sam. He wrote that I didn't touch on the most important part of Legasov's conversation with Komikov in the jail cell, that they're literally alluding to the possibility that it was a conspiracy and that he hasn't seen anybody talking about that yet. And yes, I do agree. A lot of these things, they hint at conspiracy, big conspiracy, and being that it's the Soviet Union and everything is behind closed doors, everybody wants to be hush-hush, controlling the flow of information and having people who are at least at the top with regards to controlling this nuclear facility not wanting to admit that it was as serious as it really was, does make me wonder whether or not it is a government conspiracy, because it's a pretty horrific event that has occurred. And I didn't really want to speak on that just yet because I don't feel that. I feel that maybe it's just seeing a lot of movies and seeing a lot of cinema that's where my mind definitely wants to go. However, I do have to remember that this is based in reality and factual events that happened. And I have to take into account that maybe it is just 100% completely a fluke, an accident. And though the story is thrilling enough as is, I question whether or not it's like a Hollywood thriller where it's like, well, yes, in fact, the government tried to cover this up and they are the ones who are responsible for it. So that was my main reason for not speaking on it in the last episode. Alex wrote that in real life, the guys who went under the reactor to empty the tanks actually had their torches break while they were down there. They ended up having to find the way through in pitch black darkness by knowing which pipes led where, and just felt the pipes to find their way through the darkness, which is crazy how they managed to do that if they didn't have, and because if they didn't, the whole of Europe would have been much different now. So it seems that they took a creative liberties in adding those hand crank torches to allow for you to see what was going on at that time. And yeah, this isn't going to be 100% by the book. And the fact that it's not doesn't really bother me at this point. Maybe it will after I do a little bit more research. But that's my take. I think that we're going to peel back a lot more bigger layers because we only have 2 more episodes left. So with that in mind, they're really going to have to wrap it up. I want to say that we're going to find out everything that happened this episode coming this Monday, and truths are going to be told, and just the overall hecticness and chaoticness of having to actually put people in front of this situation is going to just come to a headway. And episode 5 is going to be the downward slope where this is the fallout after everything was said and done. this is what's happening to the people. This is what's happening to those who may or may not be responsible. And this is the direction that maybe the Soviet Union takes, because the Soviet Union did not fall until after this event. So who knows how much longer things were kept under wraps. So that's my sort of mini preview review. And again, if you guys are interested in following along with my reviews, be sure to subscribe. There'll be an episode out, reviewing episode 4 on Monday after it airs. And yeah, just leave it in the comment section if you guys have anything that you want to add and you want to discuss. And until next time, you guys, see ya.